So welcome to this review and preview of the Serie A. We got many chances to check out our bets, we check out the market, we check out stats. We can look at the table, the league developments. We can look at the tool, Betmaster tool. What does it think about the games? What kind of indications would we have? We can simply talk about football as well. In general, I mean, I'm doing my daily streams and Twitch streams, and you can check in there. You find in the description below, and you can check out there. And if you would be so kind and please raise your arms in case you would like to have an English stream. I could even do a daily or a weekly stream there, when we can discuss even a bit more about football, betting, market, and so on, and the games themselves. If we do this here quickly, then we check out the Betmaster tool here, and if we look at Italy, you click on the, with your copy, with your access to this tool that you can easily get. If you have any problems with it, contact me, and you will get assistance there. You find in the forum as well, where the link is given as well. And if you have some leagues initialized, you click on those leagues and you will only find them in the selection here. And then I have Italy Serie A. They are one of my selected leagues, initialized leagues. And now I would like to view only this league, which is very helpful feature here from now on. If we do click on this, you see there are some games compiled, others aren't. I wouldn't discuss that too deeply. We go on the to finalize because we have to update our evaluations according to the results. And now we click on. We see how many there are. 10 games have not been updated yet. So I'm going to finalize these, which means the strengths of the teams are adjusted according to the results. If you see a 1-2 between Spezia and Milan, it was close enough to what had been expected. So no major changes there, just to give you one example. So I'm going to finalize them, and then we look at the last match day. Now the updates have taken place, right? Now I go to the games in the past, and we see many of them because it's 60, but I just would like to see the games from the last match day, which is a tiny little bit hidden here, but we click on match day 6 and then we find it. Well, obviously the Napoli game had, after an update, not been compiled. I can still do this because this is a test scenario. It is a bit annoying. I think we talked about the games. If there are some changes to these prices here, then it is because the update, the draw factor is been reset. It's been improved. It's changed. So there are a little more draws to be expected now, which is pretty reasonable because computer was simply, well, there had been too many draws and I had to take care of that. I discussed this in the forum as well. What I asked, because it's pretty a complex affair, right, to take care of those draws, because there something in the game of football may have changed. I consider the VAR interferences as responsible for that partly, but also no one wants to lose. That is the main reason. So there are, once again, 3 points for a win may sound like a good reward for increasing your efforts, but people are not doing this. So they still try to avoid to lose, which is a main major task. Spezia Milan, we have a 1-2 win for Milan. We had a true price of 151. We can instantly check that with the market. Inter, we had a 2-2, one example where even there had been a goal disallowed, the penalty hit the crossbar and goal disallowed for Atalanta and so on. But in the end, it still ended in a draw, so they can all still be happy. This also including the referee's decisions or the VAR interceptions and so on. Also, Genoa Verona ends in a draw, but those are just single examples, right? We had 3 draws in 10 games, which is pretty regular. 3-3, 2-2 doesn't really count as a draw, but there's a general tendency, right? So Genoa Verona 3-3. I may even have suggested Genoa not to lose. Juventus Sampdoria was a win. It was a very narrow one. The plus 1.5 line was also indicated. I may have suggested, because I've done many of those in my streams. I've been talking about the game, so I do not remember, and in fact I do not check it even. You can check it, but we see here that the prices compiled are pretty decent, and the plus 1.5 was indicated. I didn't go for that. Instead of I went for the X2, which was a loser then. Fiorentina, I think there was an indication, but I'm not sure. Sassuolo 175 was a pretty huge price, but 1-0, is it a clear win? Well, maybe it was still a decent discussion we had. Empoli, I may even have suggested. Lazio Roma, the derby, I didn't want to touch, and it ended in a 3-2 win, still a home win in these derbies somehow. Well, it's too tough to judge. I watched part of it because I like the Roma. They lost. I think they deserved better. But you can check in the X goals as well, which I'm not doing at the moment. Venezia won a point, so maybe I was right with that one to go with not for them not to lose. But we can check it here. The 332 is exactly the true price. So after the adjustment with the draw factor, you may even have had a true price on the draw. The 219, I was a lot higher, so the only selection would have been to go with Venezia or the draw, 1x, right? Napoli 124, this was 139, may have been indications on the X2, but who would have wished so? I don't know. I mean, who would have gone for this? Because it's very 12.54, I have 11 something. Empoli 275 only. Those are the later prices because it started a bit bigger. So I was happy here, I think, with the evaluation, but no indications, I think. And in the Sassuolo, I was a lot higher here with 161. They won 1-0. What more can I say? I mean, was it a bad bet? We don't know. We can check the X goals as well. Sassuolo, what did I say there? 139 was market and we have 175. I was wrong. 139, we had 175. So computer was somehow wrong here, but Salernitana, I can't really judge them. But 1-0 is also not such a clear-cut thing. Fiorentina was 259 here, I think 251 in the end. I have 260 something, so it was not a real indication, but those prices here underwent changes. Juventus we saw already 136. As I said, the plus 1.5 was indicated. Genoa 263, 350. There was no indication, many goals, so computer would have also thought not such a likely draw because of the high expectancies here. Oh no, this has not been recompiled, I'm sure. because if they are so close, then the draw should be lower. But we will see in a week, right? I don't want to change them now afterwards because that looks a bit silly. In the Inter game, 193, I think there was 192, so no harm done. 383 on the draw, we can check that here. 398, so no bet really. And Milan may have been a wet bet, 151. Market was 158, so that would have been a winner. But I don't think we are this far away from market, but it's not such a great match day for me in that sense as well. But I want to mainly to show you the benefits of this tool, right? Which means it's compiling all those prices without you needing to do a lot. If you get your access, then you can get my evaluations of these, which you could see here, because you can always click on the table here and on the teams, where you see the settings of the teams. Here we can even toggle the columns, so you would even see home and away factors, which makes it a bit complex here. But Napoli are on top now, Inter in second place, Milan, Juventus. Well, Juventus, too many bad results. The 3-2 win was also not great. Roma, Atalanta, I would maybe exchange these two. Atalanta made a very strong expression. Also Lazio, of course, not way behind. There's a huge gap there. But anyway, this is my settings here, which look pretty decent to me. Salernitana, Venezia, pretty tough to assess now, especially after these couple of games played already. But it looks pretty decent to me at the first sight here. But we check out, of course, what prices we get for that, and then we can still do some adjustments. In the Cagliari, I can do these out of my head, of course, as well, game by game, right? When I... Like, can I deselect them all? Yes, I can. Okay, I would say, yeah, I saw this price as the only one. What would the computer say? Most likely computer will make it 185, 190 true price, but should be under 2.0, I guess. What do we get? Even over 2.0, I think. So we have to bet Venezia, right? According to the computer. 248 sounds like a lot, too much. We can of course check out the stats here. Cagliari are pretty miserable, Venezia even better, even something green here, -7, -3.53. The 4 points of course also below, but okay, but 248 sounds like a bit too much, of course. But I would still consider they are almost the same, right? And few goals only. But if anything, we go for Venezia. Here, computer should favor Genoa. Also, market will, but not by a margin. It should be pretty close. Genoa are not that great. But market will, of course, most likely be a bit lower on Genoa. This is another derby we have. Very small favorites, the away side. Maybe market, well, Salernitana are nothing but losing, like Norwich. I don't know what to say. Juventus should be clear favorites, but after away game, maybe 160. But what will markets think about it? I don't know. Derby is special. 160, 165 maybe. 155. I don't know. Mm. 174 sounds okay to me. Torino are respected, Derby is special. I mean, 165 would be the price to pay, but anything can be right here. We check out with the market, but rather do not touch this game. Sassuolo Inter, it should be under 2.0 on Inter, and anything from then on, well, it should be 175 maybe, 175. The price to pay, market, computer. This is close to the It's even a bit more, it's 180, but price to pay 175 will be pretty decent. 178, okay. Bologna, Lazio, also Lazio favorites, but Bologna are okay. Lazio not so strong, so maybe 2.0 even as a true price on Lazio. Or even a bit more. 2.05, we see this one already here. If I do this game by game, you see this fetching takes its time, but I would like to go on like this. Verona against Spezia, that should be a one, still a 180, I would say, but Spezia 180 looks like even a bit more. Should even be 2.0 here. I'm not sure. 221. This looks like a bit too much, of course. Sampdoria, Udinese, tough one. Sampdoria are pretty good, but it should be over 2.0, of course, like the other one before, 220 maybe, 220, yeah, something like that. 267, well, low scoring game, 267 looks like too much, but maybe Udinese are, yeah, well, that is too much, right? Fiorentina, Napoli, okay, Napoli are the favorites, easy favorites. It's like the other two, but maybe it's 180 or also 180 maybe. I'm not so good in this league as it seems, right? Not getting the prices right. We compare this with the market afterwards. 173. Okay, I'm close. Roma, Empoli should be a 140 something. Computer may even be, well, 140 something. Yeah. What else? Did I compile already? Or what happened? 144. Well, what else? Atalanta, Milan. Oh man. I mean, computer will make it an even game, but Atalanta should be favorites, so market will definitely. So I may adjust here. I'm not sure. I mean, somehow I like Milan, and yeah, well, yeah. How could one not like Atalanta? They are simply playing good football and are still in kind of an underdog side, right? So favors even Milan doesn't look right, not at all. I mean, we can adjust those prices if we do not like them. And now we can compare with the market. We look at the next matches here. Cagliari 174. I can't even. Oh yeah, I can remember. So we had to. Oh sorry, I was checking here with this bookmaker, right? This is very close, but we have to go with Venezia and give them another chance. Salernitana, Genoa is pretty close, so nothing to bet here, which looks just simply okay to me, right? I thought maybe price a bit too high here on Genoa, which is not the case, so I'm happy. Torino, it's even 194. Well, in the derby, we should not be too... sorry, I wanted to check it here. Maybe. Well, the derby, we cannot win these, right? Sassuolo, Inter, 175. I think we were very good on this one. Bologna, Lazio, 2.05. Sounded like okay to me. 210. After I saw them play, maybe there is... I mean, Immobile was shining. Verona, Spezia, I said, that was clearly too much that the computer made there. But maybe we still give Spezia a chance there, right? They won a point here or there, 4 points. Verona only 5 points. They are behind. They are also a bit behind, but not that worryingly. So maybe there's a small chance that we give to the underdog, right? Sampdoria 2.10. Well, as I said, There was a bit too big the price, but maybe I would still identify with Udinese, right? We can look at this game in detail as well. It is pretty red here. 5 points, 5.5. They have 7 points, 6.14. There is a small reason that maybe Udinese are even the better side. -2 goal difference, -3.28 expected. They have -3, -4. Expected -4, no, -3, -4.37 expected. So that looks okay. So they may have had strong opposition. But anyway, I figure we can give Udinese maybe the chance not to lose. If we bet on the X2 here, we pay like 238 or 239 on Sampdoria, which is less than the true price here, 267. There is some margin. I still didn't like the price, but 239 we may just be able to pay here, right? We can look at the table if you wished to, because we can check the home advantage here, right? We had like 23 home wins only, which is less than expected. We had like 13 draws, which is about okay in this league. We had 24 away wins, which is more than expected. So home sides are not doing so well. So this would be another reason maybe why we can trust those figures here. Once again, I misclicked here, but we pay like 239, which sounds okay. Napoli even 190. Well, this is more than true price. They like Fiorentina. I like them as well in some sense, but 190 is simply a bit too much, especially for this Napoli that are just cruising. Sorry, I'm misclicking this, whatever. We can check the standings. Napoli should be top, 18 points, 6 wins, 16 goals. Could hardly be any better. Fiorentina are doing good, well, 12 points, 6.68. We can compare who's doing better than expected. They are 5.87 points. They are 5.32. So if you want to compare this, Napoli are even better than expected, or more better than expected. Also in the goal difference, they have +8, almost over expected. They only have 2.65. So there's no reason actually to stay away from this one. Although I accept very well people that say, I saw Fiorentina against Inter, they played a very good first half, they may have won. But I still would propose here to go with the figures, but you know how close this is all over. It doesn't mean it's gonna win. I'm showing you all the algorithms and stuff, how to compile this, and also I did it out of my head. I made like 175, which was close to the true price. So I know why this price is a bit bigger. But if we look at everything, considering everything, it's fine. Roma have 143, as I said, 140x, and it was 144 computer. Atalanta, I would have to go with Milan no matter what. Although I very well accept that Atalanta are better than I assessed them here. And maybe, I don't know, I made them lower a bit, so I could make it 175 here and save this. We may lose the some prices we compiled now, because there was an issue with that the developer reset that, which doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So I'm gonna compile here once again. Now you see the effect, right? Which I don't want to happen, but we talked about it. So this is gonna disappear, because I was happy with all the prices except for this one game. Anyway, I wouldn't ever wish to... It should be the same, more or less, right? You see that here, 2.05 on Lazio. It's the same price. But no matter what, I still would have to go with Milan, because it's the same price we pay on Atalanta, while understanding that they played pretty well. They also, well, they impressed us. But Milan also are a very strong side. I don't know what's wrong with them. We can check out here, second place, 16 points, 5-1-0, very, very good. They started brightly last campaign as well. Atalanta still a bit behind, so there was actually not much of a reason to adjust them. So we in fact would have to stick to this bet here, right? We can check quickly the over-under. I was a bit confused here, there is a lot you can do with this tool, which makes it, of course, a bit, well, you have to start to learn and understand. That's why I'm offering these, first of all, the streams you can watch where I'm doing this daily, but you can also get those personal coachings where I'm trying to help you with all this, with these small difficulties, so you can overcome these. We check out I'm repeating that I do not like those over-under bets anymore, or not at the moment. Many things have changed for me, but also, they are all more and more, they are playing for nothing but the result. No one cares for entertainment of the spectators. They go to the ground and stay there for minutes, and no one is, as soon as the result is on their side, and referee, VAR, interceptions, they are never awarding any penalties or goals. We could go for the unders, but then it's still, I still do not like it. Who likes to bet on under? We still compare, it's a huge market, so we have to do that. Cagliari, Venedig, we have 177, 198, 177, that would be an under. If we want to check that's what is a bit annoying. Are Venezia an underside? 411, they are an underside, and Cagliari, they are even below, but 715 is more an over. 22 and 15, that would be 37 and 12, that would be over 3 goals. Computer doesn't say so, so we skip this under for sure. You see, there's already one such thing when I dislike such a bet. My camera frozen again, sorry for that. Salernitana 2.5, 2.02, 2.0, this is close to an over. Torino 178, 197, 178 would be an over. Who wants an over in these derbies? We don't. That's different approach there. Sassuolo over 3.5 to 17. We check that. 3.5 to 67. Their computer would propose an under, maybe 167. What is the price there? See, it's always, and then you still do not like it. It's not indicated. Bologna over 2.5, 157 to 30. 166 to 51. So here we fully agree with market. Verona against Spezia 171 to 41. That's 165 to 15. We agree on this one as well. Sampdoria 183, 194, 183. So there's an under indication. We have to check out this one. And I forgot the teams again. Sampdoria against Udinese. 7-10 is an under. Udinese 6-8 is also an under. So that would be the first bet we had. Sampdoria 194. True price is 169. I do not understand that, because they both confirmed the under. If you want to calculate the sum, it's 17 plus 14, that's 31 in 12, that's 2.5 or 2.58 something, 33, 2.58. How many goals does the computer say here? It says 2.32. Still, I wasn't wrong with them, right? So as soon as my evaluation was right, either it's under or it's well compiled. Either it's even less. But the 250, if it were 250, it would still be an indication, right? So 194 is simply a bit too much. Fiorentina 175 2.0. We are 181 and 224. You look out at these. So no indication. Roma against Empoli 3.5, 196. No way, this is gonna be a bet. 196, 2.05, not this far away. So market is doing a good job here. Atalanta 2.5, 165. 185, 218 is the under price, 215, so no bet. So there's just a single bet on this one. So now I'm gonna leave you. Anyway, I'm frozen. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you come back. I hope you leave your likes, subscriptions, you check out my tool. You get a free copy of the German version anyway. And if you ask me, maybe there are some other chances that you can get an introduction into this Betmaster tool, which is just an odds compiler tool, but you still can find those value bets. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.